Good morning, everyone. The 142nd regular session of the Sangguniang Bayan is now about to commence. Will everyone please rise for the entrance of the official maze of the Sangguniang Bayan, together with our presiding, the Honorable Vice Mayor Ramses Troy D. Olegario, and our Sangguniang Secretary, Madam Estelita Eguia.
Good morning to each and everyone. The 142nd regular session is called to order. Start with, may I request the Honorable Al-Hafid Muhammad for the invocation, to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, arrahmanirrahim, maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Rabbana ighfir lana dzunubana wa israfana fi amrina wa tsabbit aqdamana wansurna 'alal qaumil kafirin. Wa sallallahu ala khairil sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Honorable Chair,
Yes.
I
Any
move for the
visitors?
suspension of the rule to accommodate our visitors.
Rule suspended to accommodate our visitors for this morning.
Honorable Chair,
Mine.
Honorable Chair, I move that our first visitor be recognized, person of Maria Bayor.
Mr. Floor Leader, I think the presence of Ms. Bayor and Mr. Rizuena is part of the order of business for today's regular session.
Okay. Next visitor. Is there any other visitor? Since we have no more visitor, Honorable Chair, I move that we'll be back to order.
Okay, session will be back to order. May we proceed, Mr. Floor Leader, with the privilege hour.
We are non-privileged hour. Is there any member of this honorable chamber who wishes to avail of their privileged hour? Please raise your hand. Since there's none, Honorable Chair.
Okay, Mr. Floor, I'd like to avail of the privilege hour. Good morning to each and everyone. I'd like to extend my apologies for not wearing the prescribed attire of the regular session. All I thought, wala po tayo kurente rin yan, pero iga nga. So, ako ang pagpangayog, pasensya sa matagusa. Thank you and good morning.
Honorable Chair.
Yes, may we proceed?
I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous session and at the same time move for its approval. I so move, Honorable Chair.
In second to the motion for the to dispense with the reading and same time for the adoption approval of the minutes of the previous session. Any second to the motion? Duly seconded. Any discussion, amendments, corrections, any objections? There being none, the motion is hereby approved. Madam Secretary, for the reference of business. I'd like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Trixie Mil Palalo. Good morning.
Hello. Okay, for the reference of business under ordinances from barangays for review, we have item B-1, Barangay Ordinance number 01, series of 2025, an ordinance amending Barangay Tax Ordinance number 04, series of 2018, an ordinance approving the increase of fees and charges assessed and collected for the issuance of certifications, clearances, filing, and similar services rendered by Barangay Magdao.
Honorable Chair, I move that this subject be referred to rules and ordinances.
You refer to Committee on Rules and Ordinances.
Under communications, we have here the annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangays Ipil Heights, Lower Taway, and Poblacion, an SK annual budget for CY 2025 Barangays Don Andres, Dumandan, and Bangkiruhan.
Honorable Chair, I move that this matter be referred to Committee on Appropriation.
Refer this matter to Committee on Appropriations.
Item B, duly endorsed from the HR the appointment papers of the following LGU personnel requesting for concurrence pursuant to Section 443D of RA 7160. The first one is Maria Lugin Bayor, appointed as Municipal Civil Registrar, effective March 24, 2025. And number 2, we have Nelson Rosuena, appointed as Municipal Agriculturist, effective March 25, 2025.
It was the pleasure of the body.
Mr. Chair, before passing this resolution of concurrence, Mr. Chair, may we hear from these two employees, Mr. Chair?
Okay, before that, I'd like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Ian Sabihan. Okay.
I move for the suspension of the rules, Mr. Chair.
Okay, rules suspended.
To accommodate first Maria Lugin M. Bayor, newly appointed as Municipal Civil Registrar 1.
Okay. Ma'am, good morning.
Mr. Chair, may I have the floor?
Yes.
Ma'am Lugin, may we ask, pila na ka years ka sa service din sa local government? 32? You started with a regular casual, then followed by after
na naging temporary, tapos nag-regular, sir, na.
So,
Ma'am.
1993?
Yes, ma'am.
How old na how young?
56,
Oh,
sir.
asa pa. Nine more years. Nine.
Kung kaloyan.
Okay, any further queries, questions to our to be appointed as the municipal civil register? May mga pangutana?
May mga pangutana.
Ikaw, ma'am, any message?
Ang ako lang mapasalig, sir, nga ang magmatinud-anon lang gid ko sa akong trabaho, hapsay o patas.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that assurance. So, yes, the Honorable
Pagsulod niya, tilogin
the Honorable Ramos.
Nindot pa kay buhok karon di pang uban.
Gidan
Sir, thank you.
The Honorable Serafin Ramos.
Honorable Presiding Officer,
Recognize.
may I have the floor? May I have the floor?
Yes, go ahead.
Madam Mayor, are you aware of several cases of late registrations, particularly in some municipalities of Pampanga, where the Pugo fiasco are threatened? Have you also encountered late registration in Ipil? If yes, how many? Pila ka buok ang late registration sa Ipil?
Sa karon, sir, daghan-daghan nagyud tungod sa kani bitong mga bagong gi-offer pod sa gobyerno. So daghan gyud ang mga old pod karon, sir. Pero actually, normal na namo, sir, ang mga late registration nga nagi na siya kay ang amo magong on time na, sir, 30 days ra gyud nga kanang bagong natawo. So kasagara gyud, sir, late labi na kanang mga lagyo nga lugar, mga malate na gyud sila. Pero sa katong mga old, sir, atong mga sa Pugo, naanhaan naman sad mi sa PSA gitan-aw gid among mga records. Naalay gamay pero mga kuan na pod sila nga mga Chinese, sir, nga mga nagid sila yung mga kuan pod mga papilis nga na.
Next questions. There are lots of badyaw here in Ipil. Do you have an updated registry record of these people? Because one time I interviewed a certain badyaw, asked his name, he did not answer my questions and just walk out. Kami sulti na to nga nga patindigan ng badyaw dito sa Ipil. Panahon ako, marag wagi na wagi na maristro sa itong kusina. Dayon, wala po na mabunyagi ganito siguro. Wagi kay balo sila kung sa ngalan nila.
Ang kasagaraan na, sir, dinhi naman gud na sila nangari kanang dili gyud sa actually na tao sa Ipil. Pero naaman po'y nagka-concern na anak sa tong mga hospitals. Amo pud silang gina-assist gitabangan gyud naagid sila po'y maano. Basta sa hospital lang, sir, ug sa atong mga line kuan line birth na to nga mga kuan, sir. Pero so far gusto na mo sila tabangan bitaw pud, sir, pero wala pud gyud sila yung mga dokumento nga ma-present pud, sir, ba. Walang galisod sad mig unsaon sila, wala silang saktong lugar. Turnout na among matabangan pud gyud sila, sir.
Okay, kinsa mga opisina nato dere nga maka-identify o pila gyud ka badyaw nga ni aron sa Ipil?
Ang sa among nabalan, sir, ang MSWD kay murag sila gid ang assist sa ila, sir.
Problema mga na daghang mga ari din, mga mo ari din sa ato bisita, mga tagalay lugar nga makita nila ang atong mga badyaw dere na ang taon din puyo na nang kilikili sa dalan. So kana na siguro, so that's all. Good luck, ma'am.
Salamat, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone? I'd like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Diane Catalunya. Good morning. Okay na?
Honorable Chair.
Yes, the Honorable Alapid Mohammed.
Okay,
Hello
ma'am.
ma'am, good morning ma'am. Query lang ning ako ma'am no.
Yes, sir.
Kani daghan man gyud ni mahitabo sa kaning proseso bitaw sa late registration nato. Pananglitan ma'am, ako nag-apply ko og birth certificate nako diha sa opisina nato. Naka-file ko sa una. For example, ako ngalan Al-Hafid Ismail, middle name nako Muhammad double M. Dito ko nagkamali sa akong middle name. Ang Ismail na himusyag butang nato Isma lang siya. So karon mangutana ko asa ba nato na siya i-correct sa inyo habagihapon o sa PSA?
Kana nga problema, sir, pwede sa amo akong mo naalay siya yung mga proof pod, sir, nga mo jive siya dito, sir, pero kung mga mo change na namang gud tay balaod, sir, sa RA 9048 o 10172. So kung asa siya nahaom na siya yung mga evidence, pwede na to siya, sir, sa amo, pero napod may gamay lang nga dili pwede sa amo, sir, sa court siya pwede mo apply, labi na ka nang mag-changes jud ta og mga names nga kuan sa court lang na siya, sir. Amo gamay ra ang nakabutang sa RA 9048. So kung mag-change sa ana imong middle name, sir, maghatag sa tag mga pruweba nga kana siya mo kuan gyud ba mo haom didto sa imuhang gi-file nga petition. Pwede ra sa amo, sir, kung makuan gyud nato ang iyang mga ebidensya nga kuan nato sa iyang document, basin i-approve ra pod sa Manila. Ang approval gyud man gud ana, sir, sa legal division sa PSA. So kung tagaan man pod mi nila og kuan nga dili pwede diri nga kani nga balaod, so diri ka sa judicial.
So katong ako ma'am kay kadaghanan ang case bitaw sa amo kaming mga Muslim bitaw ma'am. Late registration gyud siya kadaghanan.
Yes, sir.
So kaning mga natawo sa line of 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, kana siya kumpleto na siya diri sa among tribo. So katong sa una, kadaghanan ingon na gyud ang mga error nila. So actually karon bisag mag-claim ka unsa imong claim undiya nga assistance gikan sa gobyerno, pangitaan jud ka ma'am anang birth certificate nimo. So kung ma-mistake lang gyud na sa gamay, dili gyud mo makuha ang imong tuyo. So muna karon ang utana ko nga kung asa ta pwede mo refer ana kung naay problema sa inyong opisina ba. Kaduha kung moabot ang korte siguro magbayad na ta na ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Mao
Pero
ba?
kung madala lang sa among office, sir, walay problema. Kung kaya lang sa katong na provision nga katong sa RA, pwede ra, sir. Wala man pud mi good kuan kanung asa ra amo ang taman ang amo ang matabangan or masulbaran nga problema sa mga correction.
Sige, thank you ma'am. Thank you kayo. Okay.
Recognizing also the presence of the Honorable Sheriff Mazin Nasib. Any more? Any further queries? Clarifications? There's none, ma'am. Thank you. Good morning. Congratulations. Okay, we'll do the honor. Taksa.
Suena.
Dili sa siya pasahan sa iyang concurrence.
Suspend na natin.
Okay. So next is Mr. Nelson Rizwan, our newly appointed municipal agriculturist. Morning, sir.
Okay, to our Vice Mayor, Honorable Ramses Roy Lagario, to all SB members, our Secretariat, headed by Ma'am, then to all staff of the SB, good morning.
Good morning. Any questions?
This is Mr. Chair, my inquiry. Ug pila ka tuig na si Sir Nelson Rizwana as employee of this local government?
I started my first job last 1987, a year after I graduated my college as Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. No? My first job was a clerk under the late Mr. Padida at the Municipal Agriculture Office, the same office. Then, after 3 years, I was transferred to the Agricultural Training Institute. Since the piggery, I was also transferred to a breeding center of the Department of Agriculture that was transferred to Agricultural Training Institute. Then, on the year 1983, I go back here in Ipil and appointed as the agricultural technologist during the time of the Honorable Mayor Brinmar Pontanar. Then I served as agricultural technologist for 23 years. Then I was promoted as the Agricultural Center Chief 1 in year 2016 during the time of Honorable Elduin Alibutdan. So until now, before I was appointed as the Municipal Agriculturist, I hold the item of the Agricultural Center Chief 1. So all in all, I have almost 33 years for my as a regular employee, since because for 6 years I was a contractual employee, no? So 6 years after I became a regular employee. Yes, sir. Dugay na gyud, sir.
How young, sir?
So I will be 60 this coming August. Malapit na mag-senior.
Congratulations in
So
advance.
thank you, Sir Vice.
Okay, so any more queries? Questions? For newly appointed municipal agriculture?
Dalam ko ang tanah. Mr. Resuna, I know that you are qualified to the positions of municipal agriculturist, being a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture
Yes, sir.
and Master in Public Administration.
Yes, sir.
Once your appointment is confirmed by the Sangguniang Bayan and attested by the Civil Service Commission, what are your proposed plans and programs in curbing illegal fishing in our municipal waters and encouraging our farmers to go back farming instead of leaving their farms idle for so many years and plant rubber trees and other permanent crops on rugged areas, raise livestock and poultry to augment their income, taking advantage on high prices of agricultural products? What can you say about this observation?
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, first for our perennial problem of our municipal water, which is the illegal fishermen. So until now, are become prolific. At first, we have initial conversation with the whole boat operators just 2 weeks ago. Then we agreed, and they also agreed to stop the illegal way of fishing, provided that their crews will be given with livelihood that will be sufficient for their living. So with that, probably with this year, we will be making a project proposal to be funded by God for a possible project which they inclined in which they have the background also, because we're not introducing them a project that will not be that they are not inclined to do so. Otherwise, they have to leave and go back again for illegal fishing. Okay, for our idle land, since the farmers leave their farm, perhaps the first thing we are going to do is to call the owners of the certain land and analyze what suitable crops that we're going to plant with an agreement, perhaps an agreement to plant the area, or perhaps to be used that particular area to other farmers who are interested to plant either vegetables or high value crops such as rubber and or agroforestry or the fruit trees which we planted in the highly elevated areas to prevent our soil erosion. We have the municipal nursery that was established by Mr. Edgar Apaw. We have now the 5,000 polybagged rubber planting materials. Perhaps 2 months from now that will be budded, and probably by the end of this year, perhaps by next year, we'll be distributing that rubber planting materials for a plant now pay later basis, sir. Okay, so for our livestock, during the time when the price of rubber crop was so high, so our livestock were displaced. So areas for livestock was planted with rubber, because rubber is not a friendly crop. Our livestock, particularly our ruminant, was displaced, and the owners opted to sell their livestock. So nowadays we can see that their rubber plantations were some of rubber plantations were slaughtered and changed with coconut. Then that is a good scenario for our livestock, because we can integrate the coconut with our cattle and goats. Okay, that's all, sir.
When it comes to agriculture, God, murag pinaka
Broad.
kaning agriculture, kat it involves kuan kaning kuan na to sa municipal water sa to, matud pa nimo more than 22,000 hectares ang atong municipal water, o kaning kamada na to na diha sa mga more than 30,000 hectares siguro. Unya ang mga sa fishing industry siguro na mga 1,000 siguro na mga nada nag-engage in fishing kuan na panigabuhi nila, o dahil sa plan pod siguro na mga 3,000 ana.
Yes, sir.
So dako ganang kuan kaya trabahoon bayan sa agriculture.
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to manpower, how do you assess your manpower? Ako nasabtan, ako nibawan nga sa fisheries lang murag usa ka buok ra diha imong kaning kwan fisheries
Yes,
graduate
fishery technician, sir.
Kaya ang the other one nga murag job order to transfer to other departments. So sa lain na bilin dire sa kuan pila ra ka buok agriculturist mo diha?
All in all, we have agriculturists, the technical personnel, 3 in crops, We are 3 also in livestock. All in all, I think 7, including myself. 7 technical personnel. The rest are administrative employee. However, they are being used. They were trained for other technical job. Okay. In the fishery division, we're planning to create an actual aquaculturist one, since we are going to retrieve my employee before, person of my mulat, since she is now in the MHO now, holding the position of sanitary inspector, but she is willing to go back here to help our fishery sector. For the another livelihood, sir, just last week I sent my person of Mabasa, Joseph Mabasa, to Sibakia, since I hear that the Sibakia is very potential for the fish cages of Lapu-Lapu, and also with the Talaba. It's a good, suitable for Talaba. And then our first move is to organize the women to do the task of the Talaba, going to the water of Pangi, where in fact one of our in-farm sea, the person of Remio, he started with the Talaba. So gabaligyan na siyang Talaba in our Tabo at Barangay Pangi. So we are planning to expand the area of the Talaba. So later on will be so that we will become the source of Talaba here in Ipil.
Siguro nga maghimo ka kanang pili good manpower requirements sa diha sa opisina nimo. Kasi sa PSRS kulang ka diha. Dahil dire sa kuan kulang yapon. So do na kahimuon siguro nga murag plano ba. Do na kahimuon plano nga sa mga projects dire sa upland sa PISPA o PSRS division po, do na po kay mga plano na munya pila po ang required number of personnel nga para ma-realize na mga plans and programs na to.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. In every division, since fishery is one division, so 3 technical personnel is enough, and 1 non-technical personnel in every division. Since we are planning to establish our fresh fish hatchery in Ipil, since I observed that our farmers from Timalang or from far barangays just going to our municipality to buy 1 kilogram of fish, where if ever they have a fish pond by their own, then they can easily have their fish. So that's why it's one of my plan to establish hatchery in collaboration with the BFAR. So perhaps our appropriation, together with the committee of chairman of the agriculture, so I will be proposing additional item of position for the fishery division, sir.
I have no more questions, Honorable Chair.
Any further questions?
Honorable Chair,
Yes. Honorable Dangpalan.
gusto ko lang i-congratulate
Thank you, sir.
ang ating bagong municipal agriculturist, Mr. Nelson Risuina.
Thank you
At
so
sana
much, sir.
magampanan niya ng tama ang kanyang trabaho. Again, sir, congratulations.
Thank you, sir, so
Okay,
much.
thank you. Any more? There's none. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice.
And
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, session back to order.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
with this item B, I move, Mr. Chair, for a resolution concurring the appointment of Maria Lugini M. Bayor as Municipal Civil Registrar 1, a salary grade 24, step 1, effective March 24, 2025, and further subsequently submit it to the Civil Service Commission for approval. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second to the motion.
Second,
Okay,
Honorable
unanimously seconded. Discussion? Any objection? There being none, the motion is hereby approved. Congratulations, ma'am.
Another resolution, Mr. Chair. I move a resolution concurring the appointment of Mr. Nelson Rezuena, appointed as Municipal Agriculturist 1, salary grade 24, step 1, effective March 25, 2025. And the same subsequently submitted to the Civil Service Commission for approval. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second, Your Honor.
Okay, duly seconded. Discussion? Any objection? There being none, the motion is hereby approved. Again, congratulations.
Recess.
Okay, recess.
Okay.
Next item, Madam Secretary.
Hello. Okay. Under item C, duly endorsed from the Municipal Mayor, is the request of the Municipal Treasurer's Office for a resolution designating Maria Luz Pulmano, Assistant Municipal Treasurer, as acting Municipal Treasurer effective March 27 due to the retirement of Mr. Gerardo Velasco, Municipal Treasurer.
It was the pleasure of the body.
Mr. Chair, I move for a resolution as endorsed from the municipal mayor designating Maria Luz F. Pulmano, Assistant Municipal Treasurer, as acting Municipal Treasurer effective March 27, 2025 due to the retirement of Mr. Gerardo N. Velasco, Municipal Treasurer. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second to the motion.
I second, Mr. Chair.
Duly seconded by the Honorable Palalan. Discussion? Any objection? There being none, the motion is hereby approved.
Item D, duly endorsed from the Municipal Mayor, is a copy of the deed of donation to be entered into by and between LGU Ipil and Ms. Maricel Chong de Leon for the donation of the following road lots, open spaces, and community facility to the LGU Ipil pursuant to Presidential Decree 1216. Community facility, parks and playground, road lot 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Land use, okay.
Honorable Chair, I move that this item be referred to Committee on Land Use.
I refer to this matter to Committee on Land Use.
Item E, we have here the SB Resolution number 2025-10064, a resolution denying the motion for reconsideration filed by the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipil embodied in the SB Resolution number 3-722-2025 for lack of legal basis to declare the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 1-681-2025.
Okay, for your information.
Committee report, sir.
Mr. Floor, may we proceed to the committee report?
Your non-committee report, is there any member of this honorable chamber?
The Honorable Palalan. Go ahead.
Good morning. Committee report numbers 562, 563, 564, 565, 566. On Committee on Appropriation, the subjects are the SK annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Tumitom amounting to 327,646.21 pesos. The SK annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Tenan amounting to 428,892.70 pesos. The SK annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Upper Pangi amounting to 485,954.70 pesos. The supplemental budget number 1 for CY 2024 of Barangay Don Andres amounting to 220,000 pesos. And lastly, the annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Sanito amounting to 14,700,000 pesos. The remarks and recommendation of the Committee on Appropriation, to which was referred the SK Barangay annual budgets and the supplemental budgets for CY 2025 and 2024 of the said barangays of this municipality for review, evaluation, and approval. The said SK Barangay annual budget and supplemental budgets for CY 2025 and 2024 has been referred to the Local Finance Committee through the Municipal Budget Officer for technical review and preliminary review. After review, it is hereby declared operative in its entirety, effective upon its approval, subject to the posting requirements under Section 59 of RA 7160, and further subject to the conditions cited in the Local Finance Committee review. In the implementation of its budget, the LGU must ascertain adherence to the fundamental principles enumerated in Section 305 of the Code. It is understood that the review action does not authorize any item of appropriation that is specifically prohibited by or inconsistent with the provisions of law. The committee hereby recommends for its approval, provided that compliance with the foregoing in the execution of the budget shall be the sole responsibility of the implementing barangay government using the standard guidelines or procedures in the budget execution phase prescribed under the Budget Civil Service Laws, budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations. Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of the committee report numbers 562, 563, 564, 565, and 566.
Any seconded motion for the adoption?
Second, Your Honor.
Duly seconded. Discussion? Any objection? There being none, the motion is hereby approved.
With that, Mr. Chair, I move to pass for a resolution declaring operative in its entirety of the SK annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Tumitom amounting to 327,646 and 21 pesos. The SK annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Tenan amounting to 428,892 and 70 pesos. The SK annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Upper Pangi amounting to 485,954 and 70 pesos. The supplemental budget number 1 for CY 2024 of Barangay Don Andres amounting to 220,000, and the annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Sanito amounting to 14,700,000 pesos. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any seconded motion for the approval?
Second, Your Honor.
Duly seconded. Any discussion? Amendments, objections? There being none, the motion is hereby approved.
That would be all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Palalan. Any more?
Any more committee report? Since there is nobody's raising their hand, Honorable Chair.
Okay, Madam Secretary.
Honorable Chair, motion for reconsideration. Honorable Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
I think this item E, resolution and ordinances from barangay, was this taken up?
Yes.
Yes, yes, it's true, it's true.
Okay, Honorable Chair.
Okay, Madam Secretary.
For business on second reading, we have three. The first one, ordinance declaring Bayan kung Pinagmulan as official hymn of this municipality, still laid on the table. This is sponsored by Honorable Masin Hasim.
Okay. Lay on the table again.
Item B, adoption of the Palinki QR code of program to be implemented in this municipality. This is sponsored by Honorable Catherine Turalban.
This is Mr. Chair.
Okay, can you
For
take note,
second
Madam
reading, Mr.
Secretary?
Chair.
Item C, we have the ordinance establishing an integrated system to prevent mendicancy in the municipality of Ipil and creating the anti-mendicancy board and providing penalties thereof, still sponsored by Honorable Catherine Turalban.
Still, Mr. Chair, for calendar for second reading, next
kindly.
regular session.
Can you take note, Madam Secretary?
Other matters, sir.
Okay, other matters? Any announcements?
Other matters, Mr. Chair, there was a letter from the OIC Municipal Mayor, Mr. Rodel Olegario, regarding the request of the Municipal Mayor for a resolution on that particular acacia tree. Kaya dili makaproceed ang contractor sa fire station. And that letter was already handed to the Honorable Dayan Catalunya, Mr. Chair.
Okay, the Honorable Catalunya.
Hello. Yes, Mr. Chair, this is this referral was already approached to the committee, to the whole body and of the Committee on Environment, and we agreed, and the Marshal also know that we will wait for the report of the MENRA regarding the tree profile of the acacia trees, so as not to violate presidential decree regarding heritage tree. That's all, Mr. Chair. So we will wait for the recommendation from the MENRA regarding this matter. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, with regard to that concern, may we request, Mr. Chair, on this regular session, the presence of our Municipal Environment Officer, the person of Mr. Felix Badon, to shed light on the matter why, what caused the delay of the response of the Committee on Environment.
Okay, anybody?
Recess for 5 minutes, Mr. Chair.
Recess.
Privilege motion. Thank you.
Okay. Back to order. So what's the pleasure of the body? May we call also the presence of the Honorable Toralba.
Adjourn tayo, wala man sa
Wala. Okay. Any more? Other concerns? The Honorable Noiga? Okay, there is a motion for the adjournment. Any second to the motion? Seconded, the 142nd regular session is adjourned.
Ay, lingaw.